Thanksgiving Day is always good to football fans, and this year is certainly no exception. After a full day of food and family, the nightcap is the NFL's best rivalry, the Seattle Seahawks going on the road to face the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners just a 1-point favorite on BETDAQ, 39.5, a very low total here. You know the deal when these teams face off. This is going to be a low-scoring competitive game. If you like hard-hitting defensive football, you are going to love this one. These teams really mirror images of one another. They both sit at 7-4. They rank number 1 and number 2 in the NFL in total defense. Seattle leads the league in total defense. San Francisco right behind them at number 2. And their offense is very similar as well. Both run-first offenses. Seattle first in the league in rush yards per game. San Francisco fourth in rush yards per game. San Francisco does pass the ball a little bit better this season. That's primarily because the Seahawks have really stripped Russell Wilson of his playmaking options. Golden Tate now in Detroit, Percy Harvin now in New York. So the Seahawks 31st, next to last in the NFL in pass yards per game. They are not explosive on offense, but the 49ers not explosive on offense either. As a matter of fact, they've combined for only 33 points in their last 2 games, even though they have won both of those games. So again, this is going to be a low-scoring defensive struggle. I would look at under 39.5. I know anytime you go below 40 with the total, it's tough to bet the under, but in this situation, I think it's probably the right play. In terms of who's going to win this game, to be honest with you, your guess is as good as mine. Now, Seattle has covered in each of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, but they haven't won in San Francisco since Russell Wilson was in college. For that reason, I do give a slight edge here to the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners have won 3 straight games since that disastrous loss to the St. Louis Rams. Of course, the Seahawks coming off a big win as well. They beat the Arizona Cardinals 19-3 last week. Still, until that game, their win over Arizona, Seattle hadn't beaten a team with a winning record since way back in week 3. So I just have slightly more trust in San Francisco right now than Seattle. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that this game is in San Francisco. If it was in Seattle, the Seahawks would no doubt be favored by a couple of points, and I might be leaning in that direction. As of now, though, this game is in San Francisco. I think the Niners will probably pick up a win, slight lean towards them as a 1-point favorite. I also like under 39.5.